It's time for Friday night football action. The End Zone with your host, Bill Shanks.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the End Zone. I'm Bill Shanks from Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon. Tonight we've got four pretty good games on the rundown. We'll check in with a big rivalry between Peach County and Perry later in the show, along with a couple of crosstown rivalries as well. And our game of the week will be Mount DeSales and Stratford. We start in Macon with FPD hosting Landmark Christian. The Vikings are having a great second season in the Georgia High School Association with 6 wins so far after a 3-game winning streak. They blew out Southwest Atlanta Christian last week and have really been doing well on offense. Tonight, a better opponent, Landmark Christian, 6-1 coming in. They started the season 6-0 before losing last week to Eagles Landing. Here we go, back out to North Macon for some of the highlights. Greg Moore, the head coach, and the Vikings take the field there, and they've really been a great story all year long with their success. Vikings straight out first on their own 27. Brooks Stroud to Ben DuBose, gets it near midfield, but the Vikings would stall and have to punt it away. Landmark Christian on their own 10 now. Hand off to Jeremiah Kirkland. He's not a bullfrog on that play. He gone. 90 yards for the War Eagles. And watch this. He's gonna dive safe into the end zone. That's a penalty, buddy. Stupid. But it was 6 points. They got the PAT. 7-0 visitors. Vikings now on their own 47-yard line. Handoff again to Dubose, who's going to pick up about 7 tough yards up the middle to the 45. Then on the 30, Stroud takes it, keeps it, goes, shrugs a tackler right here, cuts back to the center of the field and scores for the touchdown for FPD. They are on the board and doing well early on. The PAT by Connor Albright is up and good, and it's tied at 7 in the first quarter. A little defense here by FPD. Landmark on their own 33-yard line. John Kerry Howell, a nice stop right there. They would have to punt it away. The Vikings would get it back. Stroud then hands off to Dubose. And Dubose is going to fumble, and they give it right back to the War Eagles. In the first quarter, the game was still tied at 7. War Eagles then would be driving on the FPD 32-yard line. Handoff right there to number 1, and the ball is going to scoot out. He's going to fumble. Recovered by the Vikings, so the teams are just trading turnovers at this point. FPD couldn't move it. They had a punt. War Eagles got it back on the 24 rather. Good run there by Kirkland for about 11 yards. Then 2 plays later, the War Eagles go to the air, but it is picked off by Matthew Davis for the Vikings. Another turnover. So could FPD take advantage? Well, they would try. Ben DuBose. He gone. 58 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are on the board, but hold on. Oh, man. Block in the back, and they'd have to bring it back. That stinks. Vikings would have to punt, but they would get it right back. Late in the first half, FPD would get going. DuBose gets another chance on his own 31. All the way down to the 26-yard line. Big gain right there for the Vikings, giving them a big, good field position. Then Connor Albright again with a field goal as time expires for the first half to make it 10-7 at intermission. Vikings, but they would get it going again after I leave, of course, and win this game. How about FPD? 31-21. FPD now 7-2. They've won 4 in a row, and they are off next week. Up next, we head south to Houston County for some highlights. Home games for Northside and Perry. The End Zone rolls on right after this.
Welcome back to the End Zone. The hit of the week is brought to you by Middle Georgia Orthopedic.
One of the underrated rivalries in Middle Georgia is Peach County and Perry. It's even more fun now with both teams in the tough Region 2 and AAA. Perry has beat Peach County only once in the last 20 years, which is right around the time Peach County became one of the top teams really in the state of Georgia. This year, both teams playing very well. Peach 6-1 overall, 5-1 in the region. Perry 5-2 for head coach Stacy Harden, and 4-2 in region play. Big chance for the Panthers tonight as they hosted the Trojans. Here we go, back down to Perry for some of the highlights of this game. Here come the Panthers on the field, and they get going first quarter. Peach County does with the ball. Kentel Kendrick hands off to Donovan Howard. Big player here, runs up the middle. About a 5-yard gain. Then Kendrick again to Howard. Goes up the right, collides with A.J. Riley. Again keeps moving. Benny Thompson pushes him out of bounds at the 46. Then Kendrick again takes the ball, looks for an opening, goes to the air. 25-yard pass to Robinson for about 30 yards overall. Then Kendrick again is going to fake the handoff. Gets it to Robinson, to Marcus Robinson, and takes off down the left side and gets in there for a 30-yard touchdown in the left corner for Peach County. PAT would make it 7-0. Perry now with the ball. Perry punts, and on their own fourth down, Devarius Miller will catch it, and he's going to shake off A.J. Riley right there. Takes off down the right side, and he's going to leap right here over Tyrone Parker, who tries to time up, but he manages to get down to the Perry 31. Here's our Middle Georgia Orthopedic Hit of the Week. Donovan Howard tries to find an opening on the left side, but boom! He's hit by Jeremy Bogan. Now Howard gets the ball for Peach, runs up right side, gets about 20 yards before he's knocked out of bounds around the 5-yard line. Howard again getting the ball, pushes up the middle, stopped right at the goal line by Perry. But then at the end of the first quarter, they changed direction, 7-0 Peach. Second quarter, Howard gets the ball, tries to jump over the Panthers for a touchdown, gets blocked. Then Kendrick gets in there right at the middle for a score. PAT would make it 14-0. Peach County with the ball now. Kentel Kendrick again. Hands off to Howard. And he's going to take off for about a 20-yard gain before Benny Thompson will take him down for the Panthers. Kendrick again, hands off to Howard. Number 12 looks for an opening there. And right side, and some of his teammates come to his rescue. Ooh, that was a big hit there before Riley takes him down. Kendrick again fakes the handoff. Then a 20-yard pass coming up to DeMarcus Robinson. He dodges Bogan, gets about 10 yards before he's run out of bounds at the 16. Then Howard gets the ball again and will run the left side, gets tripped just short of the goal line here before Howard will go to work and get in 6 more points for Peach County. He's in there for the score. Touchdown, Peach again. PAT would make it 21-0. Peach wins this game 24-6. They are now 7-1 in the year, while the Panthers fall to 5-3. Now to McConnell Talbert Stadium. Here we go. Northside hosting Houston County on homecoming. And the Bears would get going and really put together a good first drive early on. Taylor Ring, the quarterback, quick pass to Miles White for about a 4-yard gain there. Ring again coming up would really work well early on to Darren Carter for a gain of about 4 to the 30-yard line. Couple of plays later now. Houston County getting it going. Another pass play. Carter for a gain of about 12 yards. Good hit by Tax Thomas and Trey Payne for the Eagles. Then Hoko from the Eagles' 48-yard line. Another pass coming up to Josh Flowers this time, but Payne knocks it loose. The Bears would recover and pick up about 3 yards. 2 plays later, Ring to Miles White across the center of the field, about 13 more yards until he's going to be hit by Rodney Levine on the Eagles' 33. Ring again, flush out of the pocket here, back to pass, looking, scrambling. The pass is going to be complete to Charlton Lane at the 25-yard line. Then Houston County passing again. Ring is picked off by Marquez Moore. And watch this run right here. 40, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. 5. Touchdown. He's in there. Great drive ruined by the Bears. Turnover and Northside up 7-0. Bears again with the ball. Northside's offense still not on the field. Ring with a pass to White, but it's through his hands, intercepted by Chris Crawford for the Eagles. Eagles finally get on the field with about 3 minutes left in the first quarter here. Handoff to Hill up the middle. He will get pay dirt for about 6 points right there. But hold the phones, a penalty would bring it back. Eagles would try again, and they would get Jack Montgomery, the quarterback, scrambling, looking for Williams. But Bradley Newkirk picks it off. Houston County played them tough, folks. It was 7-0 at halftime, but Northside would win this game by the score of 21-0. They are now 8-0, while the Bears fall to 0-8. When we come back, our game of the week, Stratford and Mountain DeSales, right after this.
Welcome back to the End Zone. The Drive of the Week is brought to you by 5-Star Automotive.
You probably could not write the script any better for our game of the week. Mountain DeSales and Stratford both undefeated coming into tonight's game with 7-0 records. Both teams have shown a lot of offense. Cavaliers scoring 42 points per game, the Eagles scoring 40 points per game. These two teams have feasted off the weaker GISA opponents all year long, but tonight they face each other. It's our game of the week, Mountain DeSales and Stratford. Here we go. Back to Eagle Field for the video of this game with a great crowd on hand. Here come the Eagles running onto the field, and late in the first quarter, they would get going. Stratford, the quarterback, John Mitchell, gives to Ken Spears. Picks up about a nice gain there, about 12 yards. Then Mitchell again on the option is going to keep it, goes right, makes a man miss, then takes off. He is gone. Eagles with a 52-yard touchdown run right there, and the PAT would make it 7-0. Now on the ensuing kickoff, the ball would go deep to Mountain DeSales, and Miles Swain. He is a good one. He's going to take the ball, and you got to watch this one. Timing. Here he goes, right side. Finds some open space there. Goes to the 40, cuts back around midfield, and he's just too fast, folks. He's going to avoid everybody and score. 90-yard touchdown run for Swain right there, and the Cavaliers are on the board. Now watch this on the extra point here. This holder, Seth Hanaway, rolls right and is going to find Kyle Patch alone. empty in the end zone for the 2 points, and it's 8-7. Cavaliers out on top. Here's our 5-star drive of the week. Second quarter, the quarterback, Mitchell, goes play action, pumps, throws off his back foot, connects with Kobe Pierce to the 46-yard line. Stratford then gets the ground game going. Spears gets the carry, follows his tacklers for blockers for a nice pickup to the 40. Then with a run, Austin Simmons gets the ball left side, finds some space down to the 23. Stratford getting it to Greer Smith, the handoff to the left, and he is gone. He scores. Touchdown Stratford, and that was our 5-star drive of the week. 14-8 to score. Later in the second quarter now, Stratford's running back, Austin Simmons, gets the ball on the right side, makes a man miss, and takes off. Watch that speed. 48 yards before he's dragged down by the Cavs. Then Spears gets it, the carry on the left side, and we'll get a touchdown for Stratford. How about this? It is 21-8 right there. Now, this game changed when Miles Swain got hurt right here on this play, and Ken Spears makes the tackle on Swain, and after he went down with some type of injury, the Cavaliers' offense was dead. They also lost 2 wide receivers in this game, I heard. In the first half, that really hurt their offense, so Mountain Sales had no offense, and they lose. This is an upset, folks, and how about the Stratford Eagles? The final score, 21-8. Stratford now 8-0. They are at Tatnall for what will be a big game next week. Cavaliers go to John Millage, and they have finally lost this year. Plenty more scores to tell you about. We'll do that right after this. Join me weekday afternoons from 3 until 6 for the Bill Shanks Show on Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon and online at foxsports1670.com. And check out the morning show with Charles Olson and Daniel Shirley every weekday from 7 until 9. And tomorrow it's the Saturday scoreboard with Bobby Pope. We got to get the scoreboard quickly. Here we go right now. We start with Northeast 13-7 over Southwest. The Raiders are now 5-3. Warner Robins, they are very good. Now 6-2. They've won 3 in a row. 14-10 down in Bainbridge. Baldwin now 7-1. They beat Veterans tonight in Milledgeville 14-7. Mary Persons 28, Central 7. The Bulldogs are now 6-2. West Side, the Seminoles 24-21 over West Lawrence. Big win there for West Side over the Raiders. Also Bleckley County, the Royals now 5-3. Big win over Swainsboro. Dodge County loses to Dublin 28-7. Dublin now 8-0. Monticello 34-14 over Greene County. Monticello now 3-5. Putnam County over Pike 12-7. They're now 7-2. Wilkinson County 47. Hancock Central 16. Also Decatur all over Twiggs County. The Cobras fall to 0-8 as a 48-0 score there. Tatnall 5-2 was their record coming in. They're now 6-2 after the win over John Millage. They play Stratford and host Stratford next week, and a big win there for them. And also Westfield 48-23 over Bethesda, and the Hornets are now 7-1. Again, our big scores of the night: FPD wins big over Landmark Christian 31-21. Peach County 24, Perry 6. Northside over Houston County 21-0, and the shocker, Stratford 21-8 over Mount DeSales. And again, Stratford and Tatnall next week in what should be a great football game. That's our show for tonight. Thank you for being with us. I'm Bill Shanks. For all of us at 41 NBC, good night.